Alright, listen up, let me explain what a middleman is. Imagine you want to buy my OG account, maybe on Minecraft, Snapchat, Twitter, doesn't matter. Now, you could just send me the money directly. But let's be real, that's brain dead. I could just take your money, block you, and disappear. And there's not much you could do about it. Most OG account deals are done with crypto, so there's no real legal protection for you. That's where a middleman comes in. A middleman is a third party, someone both the buyer and seller trust. You send them the money, I send them the account. Once the buyer confirms everything is legit, the middleman releases the money to me. If I try to scam you or send the wrong account, the middleman refunds your money. It's basically the same system websites like Fiverr or Escrow use, but in the OG scene, where things can get shady fast. Having a real, trusted human as the middleman is way better. But what happens when that trusted middleman goes rogue? Well, that's exactly what happened to AMP, one of the most respected middlemen on OGUsers. He joined way back in 2017, one of the first 700 users on a platform that now has over 650,000 accounts, most inactive or banned, but still. AMP made a living skimming a 5% fee off deals he mediated. And it adds up. Most deals on OGUsers range from $500 to $1,000. But high-value ones easily break $10,000. So even on the low end, that's $25 just for facilitating a trade, but big deals could net him $500 plus for simply watching the transaction. Now here's where things went downhill and fast. The deal that got AMP banned involved a sketchy username claim, allegedly related to the Instagram handle for the Bored Ape Yacht Club NFT. I'm still not sure what the exact account was, but the buyer was ready to pay $130,000. That's a potential $6,500 fee for AMP. Naturally, large crypto deals take time. The BTC has to confirm, the buyer needs to secure the account, back and forths and group chats, it can take hours. But while waiting, AMP did the unthinkable. He deposited the buyer's $130,000 into his stake.com account. Yes, to gamble with it. And in record time, he lost it all. Why? Probably chasing a high from a big win in the past? But this wasn't just careless, it was catastrophic. AMP was instantly banned from OGUsers to recover part of the lost money. He ended up selling his own personal accounts to the buyer for an extra $20,000. So in total, the buyer was out $150,000, and AMP had nothing left. But it gets worse. After the ban, someone started using AMP's social accounts to trick people into thinking he was still active. They used his reputation to scam unsuspecting users who hadn't heard the news. Fortunately, the community caught on fast and started trolling him. At one point, the imposter gave up and just started asking people to help bring in more victims in exchange for a cut. It was actually kind of sad to watch. The OGUsers admin arc later made a public announcement. AMP had a serious gambling problem, and while many in the community were furious and wanted revenge, the truth is SAMP had already lost everything. His crypto, his reputation, his access to deals, everything. Looking into his stake account, you'll see he wagered over $3.6 million over his lifetime. Not all of that was deposit money, it includes wins, but blockchain records show he deposited at least $930,000 in Ethereum alone. Let that sink in. Nearly $1 million down the drain just gambling. I've covered way too many stories like this, crypto millionaires turned cautionary tales. Honestly, Stake should be sponsoring me at this point. So what's the takeaway? AMP deserved the ban. No doubt about that. He betrayed the trust of the community and jeopardized a massive transaction. But the guy clearly has an addiction and needs help. There's not much more you can take from him: his career, his money, his social presence all gone. Anyway, that's the story of one of the biggest middleman collapses in the OG scene. If you found this interesting, don't forget to like and subscribe. I've got plenty more where that came from.